Hello, hi, this is Claudine from Claudine's Journey. We're here to discuss this new Crown Act bill, the first of its kind. It's been recently passed since last year. Other states are following, state of Colorado, New York, Maryland, DC, even Georgia this year passed that legislation. Basically, it does promote African Americans being comfortable with wearing their hair at its natural hair texture, their God given hair texture. And there's a lot of reasons why this legislation passed. Recently, that young man by the name of Andrew Johnson, who was in front of, during a wrestling match, was forced to cut his hair during that wrestling match, which caused a lot of controversy throughout the United States as to why his hair would be an issue during his wrestling match. Okay, gosh, you take back, for instance, Lennox Lewis, who basically was boxing and he had his hair in locks and he had it pulled back, and that did not deter him from being able to box as a professional boxer. So these type of issues have come up. Obviously, most people, for the most part, do not discriminate against African Americans in their hair texture, but they wanted this to be put in the books to protect African Americans from being discriminated against due to the fact of their hair texture. Now, how do you feel about this new act, the Crown Act? What is your take on that?
Well, the Crown Act, to be honest with you, it would give black people or African American people the self worth, the pride, the self love that we always wanted. Throw away that self hate, but it also give us men a good reason to look at our beautiful women and seeing their beauty at its full entirety. I can't complain about it. I'm down with it. I support it.
Absolutely, I 100% agree. Obviously, African Americans have, for many generations, have felt to meet certain standards as far as their hair texture with straightening their hair with harsh chemicals, not only burning it through their hair and their skin from chemicals, but even the hot comb, flat irons trying to straighten our hair has caused physical and health damage to African Americans to try to straighten their hair. And it is also a health issue, not only self-esteem issue, but also severe health issues. You have children, for example, in your case, you said your daughter unfortunately experienced severe burns to her scalp. At what age did you mention that was?
Oh, two,
2 years old.
two, and I I wasn't happy one bit when that had transpired. Um, it's like this: if we have this stigma, okay, in the black community where we have to live up to what we see on TV, and which cause us to escape who we really are. And when that happens, we want to change ourselves, change our identity, and that's where that self hate comes along, you know. And we put that same type of unnecessary, unfortunate discipline down to our kids, okay, and it starts a chain reaction, a snowball effect, and that's one of the reasons, the main reason, okay, that I support this Crown Act, and I hope it goes places. I hope the legislation just basically hits every state throughout the United States of America. So um, I'm down with it. I can't, like I stated, I
Absolutely.
cannot complain one
I
bit.
agree. And from what I've seen so far, 7 states have passed this Crown Act legislation. So, and I'm pretty sure it's going to follow through. I also want to not stay within topic. I'll give you a perfect example. If someone were to have cancer, for example, and was to lose their hair, okay, they would not be disqualified or discriminated against due to the fact that they are going through chemo and do not have any hair. And that should apply to even African American people. We should never discriminate someone against work, athletic, positions, whatever the case may be. No one should ever be disqualified or discriminated against for the fact that they don't have any hair, they're bald, or due to the fact that they have coarser textured hair, whatever the case may be. No one should ever be disqualified or discriminated against due to the fact that their hair is at a certain texture or length or anything for that matter. And I think it's a great move to have this in the books, because unfortunately in the past, African Americans have been not taken for certain positions due to the fact that their hair is at its natural texture. Oh, you have to straighten your hair. It's not professional. It doesn't meet our regulations. There's several reasons why it is important for this to be in place in the books as far as our laws are concerned, to pretty much protect African Americans from self-hate and be comfortable wearing their hair at its natural God-given texture.
Okay. All right. This is Claudine from Claudine's Journey, and this is your boy ATL Burley from Breed 52 Blocks. Salute.
Thank you. And I'd also like to hear from you all. How do you feel about this? What is your interpretation as far as this Crown Act is concerned? I'd like to hear from you all. Give me some thoughts and comments below as far as how do you feel about this, and how do you feel it will affect you as far as your children and your family members and such. How do you feel about this? And I'd also like for you to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, because I have more upcoming current events that I'd like to discuss, amongst other things. So thank you again, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.